When you update the faulty software, now stored on the hard drive of your mind, your entire human organism will be healthier, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. But first you have to update the faulty software that's already stored on the hard drive of your mind. Then your entire organism will be healthier, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Contemplate that this week. Put it into action and experiment with it. Don't believe it, just experiment with it. See what you experience. So a software bug is an error, it's a flaw or fault in the design, the development, or operation of computer software that causes it to produce an incorrect or unexpected result, or to behave in unintended ways that are harmful. Now, the process of finding and correcting bugs is termed debugging, and often uses formal techniques or tools to pinpoint the bugs. And since the 1950s, some computer systems have actually been designed to deter, detect, and even autocorrect various computer bugs during operation. Bugs in software can arise from compromised hardware and faulty programming design. But most often, it can be traced back to some interaction with a human being. A program with many or serious bugs is often described as buggy. Bugs can trigger errors that have many ripple effects. The effects of bugs may be subtle, such as unintended text formatting, or more obvious effects, such as causing a program to crash, freezing the computer, or causing damage to the hardware. Other bugs qualify as security bugs and might, for example, enable a malicious user to bypass access controls in order to obtain unauthorized privileges. Now, while the use of the term bug is describing faulty software errors, and it's common, many have suggested that that word be abandoned. One reason for a change is that the word bug seems to be divorced from what's very obvious, and that is that a human being actually caused the problem. Those engineers who call for a change in the terminology argue that the obvious fact is that the term bug implies that the defect arose on its own. That's why they suggest other terms such as defect or blunder. That would be more precise. So as earnest students of yoga science, we need to remember that both computers and computer software are the children of human beings. And with the knowledge that we human beings have created computers in our own image, We need to go to school on this relevant and important insight to understand how computer bugs are analogous to the many faulty mental concepts that live in our human minds, that cause us so much stress and pain, and that desperately need similar updating, similar debugging. With that truth in our consciousness now, let's revisit the new thought for the week. When you update the faulty software, now stored on the hard drive of your mind, your entire organism will be healthier, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Remember, as with all the teaching that you hear, don't believe it. Experiment with it. Test it. Experience it and the benefit for yourself within the constellations of your own unique relationships, and see what happens. See how it makes you feel. That's what we've done. We didn't believe it automatically. We were motivated enough to experiment with it, as many of you have. Then you know the truth. And that's the truth that is liberating. That will liberate all of us from the pain and the misery and the bondage of having a mind that's so buggy.